If you're watching this video, there's a good chance you just went through some auditions and you didn't get the callback or the spot that you were hoping for. Maybe you made it to callbacks, but you didn't get the spot. Maybe you got cut in the first round. Maybe you were the last cut and the other player got the contract. First, let me say this. The fact that you're here, ready to learn from this experience, puts you ahead of most people. Most people get cut and they blame external factors or they just give up entirely. You're here to do the work. That mindset alone means you're going to make it eventually. Today, we're talking about walking through a complete post-audition audit process. This is how you turn this setback into a setup for your comeback. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear framework for analyzing what happened, identifying specific areas to improve, and building an action plan for next season. Let's get into it. Hey guys, it's Sabil from the Percussion IQ team. Before we dive into analysis, let's talk about timing. You just got cut, your emotions are raw, you're probably disappointed, maybe you're angry, maybe you're questioning whether you're good enough. That's completely normal and completely valid. Here's what I want you to do. Give yourself 24 hours to feel all of that. Be frustrated, be sad, process all of the disappointment. Talk to your friends and family, vent if you need to. This is a part of the experience. And trying to skip over these emotions isn't making you tougher, you're just suppressing them. But, and this is important, after 24 hours, you need to shift. We move from emotional processing to analytical processing. You're no longer asking, why me? You're asking, what can I do about this? What can I learn from this? The 24-hour boundary is super crucial because if you start analyzing too soon, your emotions are going to become involved, and that'll cloud your judgment. You'll either be too hard on yourself or you'll make excuses, and neither of those helps you improve. Now we start our actual audit. The first step is gathering all the information you can about your performance at the auditions. Hey guys, Sabil here. A little aside from the video, as we were putting together the video after recording the footage, we realized that there was an opportunity to create a resource for y'all to follow along as you work through this post-audition audit process. Take a look in the description. There's a link to a Google Sheet. Open up that Google Sheet, make your own copy. And as we work through this process throughout the video of auditing your audition performance, fill it out like a worksheet. All right, now back to the video. Start with the official feedback provided, if any. Some cores and lines will give you written feedback. Some will do exit interviews. If you got any feedback from any of the staff, write that down word for word. No interpretation yet, just document it as it was given. Next, if you recorded any of the playing that you did during the audition, go back and listen to it or watch it. It might be painful, but this is valuable data. Next, reach out to the people that you trust that were there. Maybe it's a friend who made the line. Maybe it was someone else who was also cut. Ask them, what did you notice about my playing? Where did I look the strongest? Where did I struggle? You want multiple perspectives. Lastly, think about your own perspective of the audition process. Where did you feel the most confident? When did you feel shaky? Were there specific exercises in the warm-up packet or chunks of the show that they had you play that you struggled with the most? What about the visual audition? How did marching feel? Write all of this down. You're building a complete picture. The goal here isn't to dwell on what went wrong. It's to identify specific actionable areas of improvement. So let's take all this data and create an honest self-assessment. This is the hardest and most important part, brutal honesty with yourself. You need to separate what you think you can do from what you actually demonstrated at the audition. Let's break this down into categories. Let's start with technical ability. Could you play the packet cleanly at tempo? Not kind of, not most of the time, consistently and reliably. If the answer is no, that's your first area to address. Be specific. Which exercises, which sections, which passages, which chunks challenge you the most? Another area we can look at is visual execution. Could you march the basics with proper technique while maintaining your sound quality? Were you hitting the dots consistently? Was your posture correct? Again, be specific. Another area to think about is consistency. This is huge. World-class lines don't just want people who can play hard stuff. They want people who can play consistently over and over again without any kind of degradation in quality. Did you play the warm-up packet really, really well on rep 1, but then you ticked or broke during rep 3? That's a consistency issue, and it is addressable. How about musical maturity? Did you play with the right dynamics and phrasing, or were you just trying to survive and get through the chunk without breaking? How about attitude and coachability? How did you respond to feedback? Were you a positive presence in the ensemble blocks? How about chops? We're talking physical fitness here. Did you make it through the block while maintaining quality? Or were your hands toasted? For each category, rate yourself honestly on a scale from 1 to 10. Not where you want to be, where you actually were at this audition. This creates your baseline for improvement. Now comes the analytical part. You've got the feedback from the staff, any observations from your friends, your peers, and you have your own honest self-assessment. It's time to identify the gap between who you are now and who you need to be to make that line the next year. Most people make the mistake of identifying too many things to work on. They leave auditions thinking, I need to improve everything. That's overwhelming and it leads to unfocused practice. Instead, use a priority matrix. Identify the 3 skills that, if you improved, would have the most dramatic impact on your ability to make the line the next time around. These become your focus for the next season. How do you choose? Well, ask yourself, What would have given me the best chance to make callbacks? Or what would have given me the best chance in that moment to make the line versus the player that they chose? Usually it's some combination of technical skills or intangibles. Maybe your top three are rhythmic consistency at higher tempos, maintaining sound quality while you march, and just the physical endurance of having the chops to make it through every block. Or maybe it's your heights and your dynamic phrasing and musicality, posture. Whatever your top three are, write them down and be specific, not just diddles. Something more specific like increased double consistency at tempos above 180 BPM. These three things that you write down become your North Star for all the practice that you're going to do between now and that next audition. Every time you practice for that audition, the strategy of that session should be filtered through, is this addressing one of the three things that I wrote down? So now let's build the comeback plan. Now we translate these identified gaps into an action plan. This is where we get tactical. For each of your top three things that you wrote down, you need three components: specific exercises to address it, a measurement system to track progress, and a timeline with milestones. Let's use an example. Maybe your number one gap is double consistency at high tempos. Here's what the action plan for that might look like. Specific exercises like short, long, starting at 150 BPM and adding 5 BPM every week until you reach 200. You have a measurement system. Every week you record yourself playing at the max tempo that you can get to, evaluate it for consistency, for sound quality, track that tempo in a journal, or if you're really nerdy like me, you put it in a spreadsheet. Implement a timeline with milestones. Month 1, we're going to get from 150 up to 165. Month 2, from 165 to 180, so on and so forth. You do the same process for each of the top three gaps that you identified. Put those milestones in your calendar so you're always reminding yourself. The result is a clear, actionable plan that takes you from today to the next audition. But here's the key. You actually have to follow the plan. Write it down somewhere. Put it in your calendar. Put your milestones in your calendar. Schedule practice blocks. You know you're going to have Tuesday night off, no homework, nothing else to do. Set it aside for practice, specifically about these three gaps. Tell someone about these goals so they can hold you accountable. You can't just lead with intention here. There has to be a system. So beyond this plan of attack, let's talk about the intangibles. The things that don't show up in an audition packet, but definitely affect your ability to make the line. Let's start with attitude. Drumline staff always talk to each other. They're looking for people that are positive, that are coachable, that lift up the ensemble. Work on receiving feedback without being defensive. Always remind yourself to have a positive aura about you. Another element here is physical fitness. Start training, running, lifting weights, flexibility, yoga, whatever it is. You want to come back to that next audition and not have physical endurance be an issue. Check out Forte Athletics for this one. Lastly, mental resilience. You just experienced a setback. How you respond now will determine whether you'll make it back for another chance or not. Embrace difficult challenges and learn to perform under pressure. Lastly, it's about core knowledge, about a knowledge of the group that you're auditioning for. Have you studied their shows, their warm-up packet? How do they approach performing? Go up next year emulating that same approach and demonstrating that you've done your homework. There you have it, guys. That's your post-audition audit plan. Take this setback as an opportunity to be really intentional about what you do between today and the next time you have a chance. If you find this content helpful, give it a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe to stay updated. Your engagement helps support our mission to provide world-class methodologies and educational knowledge to the percussion community. Stay humble, stay hungry, and drum smart.